Hello, everyone. Welcome to So Fresh,
What
So
the fuck kind of voice is that? What the fuck was that?
Was that something? Was that a voice?
Yeah, that was
felt
something.
radio-y. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to So Fresh, So Fat. I'm Pete.
Hello.
Hey. And with me today is Sohrab and Vic.
Closing out the night is a Yes with their hit song Roundabout.
I didn't know I was doing a voice, but
Yeah,
sorry,
but
guys.
that's what we don't. This is like, when you're around someone, they get a phone call and they answer, and you're like, "What the fuck is this? This is how you talk?"
Yeah.
And like, you don't speak like this.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
All right, try it again.
So, all
Yeah,
right.
just do it normal though.
Hello, welcome to.
And now he's in his head about it.
See,
Yeah.
no, whatever. We got it. It's good enough.
Yeah.
So Fresh, So Fat. Pete, Vic, Sohrab. We're here. Sound engineer guy Tyler over here. You don't ever see him, but he's here.
We should get him a camera.
We
Tyler
could.
cam. We got the Tyler cam, like Toby cam on Are You Garbage? Yeah, we got to get that.
We just got to get the budget first.
Yeah, I also wanted
will
to be.
get the budget.
I wanted to be like
really low,
just his
right,
eyes.
Just his eyes. Yeah.
just
Just
super
right.
close.
Right.
Just
across
like your
the brow.
nose.
That's a good idea.
And it's like
Where we
for
really
some-
don't
yeah,
see him.
and it's like a lower resolution camera, just to so everyone knows. He's got his own desk though.
I do. I have a whole table and everything.
Yeah, he's legit.
So I want to talk about Vic coming in the shop the other day.
Oh hell yeah! Was he wearing stupid socks?
No, but he was. I made fun of him. He came in. He was sitting down. And I looked over at him like, "It's gone now," but he had a nice little hickey here on his neck.
Gross.
I know.
It was kind of gross. I asked him if he was making out with a 13-year-old
So
Mexican girl.
My
Why did you have to include race into this? Can we
Because that's what Mexican people do. They like to
remind the
claim.
listeners that Pete is half Mexican?
yeah.
We
But
are-
is that a thing they like to claim? But that's
I think that's
claim is such a crazy word.
Claim was a good way
you're
to put it.
taken. That's how you prove that you're taken.
None of this is gonna make it.
You know, because all week on stage I had to deal with it, so I had to have like a joke, and I was like, everyone's like, "Yes, this is a hickey," and then my joke was, "I'm like, you should see the other guy's dick." That's
That's pretty funny.
it's pretty good, But yeah, it was not great. Girlfriend did it, and I was mad.
Well, we would hope so.
Yeah. Well, it was. I want to clarify. It's not a 13-year-old Mexican girl, like Pete
This
said.
is so inappropriate. None of this
Yeah.
is gonna make it.
Yeah, but it was funny because when it happened, she was like, "Yeah, you can be mad, but I'm not apologizing." Like she was pretty like indignant about it. She's like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
because she's claiming
I know,
you're
I think-
taken.
yeah,
That's what.
you know, because out
Girls
here
and guys
in
do.
Milwaukee and Coldwater, you know how those women are out there."
Oh.
She didn't want me to run astray out there. But yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, what is it about certain things where like that can make you embarrassed no matter what age? Like, I don't think there's any age I wouldn't have been embarrassed about a hickey.
No, because it
just
is weird.
Why
It's
does it
weird.
feel? Why does it feel like that though?
Why does it feel
Why do
good,
we,
or why
no,
do you feel that?
Well, it felt great, but why does it feel in the moment? Why does it feel so like I'm so embarrassed? Like it's not a bad. It's like I'm sorry for I'm having sex. Cool. Like it's not.
Yeah, but I don't want to know about it.
Is that what it is? It's too public.
I don't
Yeah.
because then now I have to think about you having sex, and I don't want to do that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I always think about. I don't even want to meet people's significant others because I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna think about you guys having sex.
Well, that's a little bit of your thing.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I just feel like.
Well, Tyler and I were as we were driving here. We saw a guy and a girl couple. They were wearing a T-shirt. Go ahead.
You want me to tell them?
Yes.
Guys, they were wearing a fucking matching couples t-shirts, and the guy was wearing a shirt that said "I heart my girlfriend," and she was wearing a shirt that said "I heart my boyfriend." And I've never wanted someone to get hit by a car in my entire.
And I
fucking
said I
life.
thought it'd be funny if you had a shirt that said "I love your girlfriend," which would have been a better shirt.
Yeah,
So
in
Pete
another
and I are
life,
making
you would have
shirts.
worked making shirts for Spencer's. Your whole life.
That's not another life. That's like one wrong turn. Like he's pretty close to doing that. That's not.
That is
My
good.
name's Pete. I own a chain of Spencer's.
Yeah. Spencer's was pretty fucking cool. Though.
Everybody went there.
It was fun.
Y'all went there.
It was fun.
Y'all
I
went
never
there.
bought
Y'all-
anything
y'all-
though.
No, you don't. You
I
don't
have
buy
actually-
anything.
you
at
know what?
Spencer's. Spencer's
It's
is
so crazy that you say that because I actually think I've also never spent
No,
money
it
at
was-
Spencer's.
Spencer's
A lot
is
of
like,
foot traffic, no
Spencer's
purchases.
is like Brook stuff. What's that? Brook.
The weird stuff. The
yeah,
gifts.
they just they just tell
I don't even
high
have
end.
money in the register. It's just jelly beans. I don't even know how to close you out, dude. We have receipt paper.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
You're like it's like all dusty. He has to
Yeah.
open it.
Brookstone.
It's like-
Brookstone. Yeah. It's
Wait,
like,
you want to buy something? You want to buy?
You want to buy the Spider-Man lava lamp? What?
Oh, like you want to buy like edible underwear? You can just go get candy. You know?
It was also like Brookstone was so funny because it was like here's like a $10,000 massage chair,
Right.
and then someone bought bought it and they're like, this thing sucks. It's like, yeah, dude, the company's been around for 2 weeks. It's not gonna go well. They went out of business. Everyone got mad. They're like, I can't fix it. It's like the airplanes used to have the catalog. You remember that?
Right.
What is that called? Sky Mall?
Sky Mall.
Sky
yeah.
Mall.
Sky Mall. Sky Mall is a great concept.
That's when I knew the world was coming to an end.
There's something about buying shit in the air, man. That's cool.
what's
Well, that's the
crazy.
thing. You don't get to immediately pull the trigger. You gotta fucking mail it in to a PO box.
There was a moment,
I want to buy it in the air.
me being, the horror movie fan I am, especially the zombie genre.
Whole rockabilly thing you got going on.
I knew it was gonna come
the
back to
zombie
rock.
thing. But I was like, this is when I was looking at a Sky Mall fucking thing on the plane, and they had an advertisement for a zombie gnome for your garden, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I saw it outside.
this is it's hit this point where you're buying zombie related stuff on the airplane.
It's very
They
specific.
know their
yeah.
market. They know the doofus that would buy
This guy
it.
will write in. Yeah, this
It was
guy.
just very weird that I was like,
Yeah.
why are you selling this on Sky Mall?
But you bought it, Pete.
I did not.
You have one outside.
I do have a zombie. Oh, I do have one, but that's not. I did not. Well, maybe I did buy it.
You did buy it.
I have a Samuel Jackson one.
Great.
Which
That's
is
pretty
good.
fucking
Quit buying
funny.
shit from
Yeah.
Sky Mall.
I didn't buy it from Sky Mall, but I do have.
What's the weirdest time you've made a purchase? Not just in the air, you're like, I bought something in this environment.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think
In a
about
submarine.
that?
It was in a submarine.
You bought something. When were you in a submarine?
I didn't add to cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the guy who got out of the one that blew up.
Yeah. Naturally buoyant. He just
Yeah,
floated
I
to
just
the top.
floated, right. Like Mario when he's got the cape.
Yeah. I love the visual of that. It's just so fun.
He's
Yeah.
holding it.
That's
Yeah,
great.
fun.
Nice.
I try to think of the dumbest time I bought something.
I got a pretty good one.
Sometimes I'll just buy, if I'm just in a shop awkwardly, I'll just buy something.
If you're there too, do you feel like an obligation? You're like, I'm here too long. I'm lingering.
Because sometimes you're like, I would pay an
By
amount
the
of
way,
money.
in a shop awkwardly, it's just a funny.
You've never done that? Like
I know, no,
you
exactly.
Take a piss. and
I
you're
know
like,
exactly. You're like, oh fuck, I'm in here now. I gotta I gotta.
You're visiting New York, you're in Manhattan, you're like, this fucking sucks,
Yep,
dude.
yep.
It's hot out here. You pop into a shop and now you're just like in some hipsters like
And then
store.
I feel, it feels, they know you're just coming to use.
The only
yeah.
good part about me doing it is whenever I find myself in some hipster's stupid fucking store, none of the clothes are gonna fit me. I know that.
yeah.
Me
We
too.
know, I can get right out. I can be like, hey, what's the biggest size you got? He's gonna be like extra medium.
And you're like, try to come in to support.
medium.
Extra medium. That's the name of your special, by the way.
the
Extra
special
medium.
title,
And it's
exactly.
funny because it was Vic's store that he was selling his skinny boy clothes.
Oh, that's
They're
fun.
like, hey, do you want to? We can buy some shoelaces.
let me show you
I
the
need
accessory
to buy
section.
4 pairs because my feet are so big. I have to tie them together to make one shoe.
There's some shoelaces that might fit you good.
Stores will get really. The fun thing they do is when I ask them, I'm like, do you have any sizes bigger than a children's?
Do they get
size?
weird?
They're like, no. Oh my god, no. They get so sad. I love
Yeah.
it. They're like, oh my god, I'm so.
So like we have like a tent in the back. I don't know if you want to fashion something.
A pup tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Have you tried losing weight? You can come back.
We have a
You
new.
can lose some weight and come back to the store.
Come back in 6 days.
There's a
once.
Peloton store next door. Just to let you know.
How far do you live? You could walk home.
I googled some
You
gyms.
can walk home. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you walk home and then tonight when you get hungry, you can just not
Have a
eat.
piece of lettuce,
Yeah,
not a
just not
fucking
eat.
banana cream pie.
Oh no, we don't have anything. We only have
that's so
We
funny.
only have a medium, and you're several mediums.
You're extra medium.
Yeah, you're a lot of mediums sewn together. And then you know what the thing is, when you find a shirt that fits, they charge you more, which is so condescending. Where it's
Why?
like more fabric.
Yeah. That
We
was
talked about this.
first episode.
Yeah, we talked
A lot
about
of questions. A lot of questions. It was
How do you
funny.
guys remember all the episodes?
I mean, I don't
Because
remember
like I
all
said,
of them.
my friend talks about this.
So
podcast
Vic
a lot.
came into the shop. He's got a hickey.
Yeah, we were just making fun of him. And
Well, it felt
whatnot.
very much like it's kind of, we're talking about barbershops, like the environment in here, right? We should transition to that. But it felt much like the old barbershop. You come in, you immediately get roasted. Like I'm trying to be a person and getting roasted. But it's also very funny because then
Were there other people here?
the couple
Yeah,
other
there were a
people
couple.
here, but then someone was in Pete's chair and or this guy here who was in, I think it was in Kristen's chair, and as soon as she left, or as soon as he left, Kristen's like, man, this fucking guy, I didn't like him. And it just was funny, like I'm like, oh, he seemed like, we thought he was fine. But it's just
Right.
funny how everyone has different taste for everything.
Was he
Right.
talky?
He was
talky?
he
No, he was just a I think,
Normal guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Kristen's weird. She's just bizarre. I don't
we
understand
should cut
her.
all of this out.
No, I tell her she's bizarre all the time.
Yeah.
She
You
knows
can't
she's
talk to your
fucking-
employees like that.
Why can't I?
I don't know.
I can't tell them they're weird. She tells me.
I don't
she
think
says
you're
things that-
legally allowed to tell your employees they're
I
weird.
can tell my employees anything I want. They know the risk of working here.
He does have a lot of signs about if you know like
That's
No, we
something
had
happens.
that.
You turn 40, you get some sign that's like your feelings don't mean nothing in
stop
here.
on my flag, I'll stomp on your ass. You're like, oh shit, all right.
I do have that sign up front.
English, speak it, or get out.
I mean, I don't think my shop acts like that.
No,
but
no.
no.
There's some factory in China just cranking those out, putting them on Amazon.
Oh, for sure. But
Yeah.
what I was trying to bring up was my new Barber Matt.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing his shirt today. Everyone.
That's his band.
This is his one band with his brothers.
Nora Marks.
Nora Marks. I don't know. He told me what the reference was, but I don't remember. So look it up if you want to know.
You got a new barber?
I got a new barber. Yeah. He's my apprentice.
Does he have a Nick tattoo?
No, but he does have some tattoos. He's young. He's a baby.
Is he younger than me?
Yeah, he's like 28, I think.
Can he line me up? Can you line me up? Answer the question.
Yes.
Pete. Yeah,
Yes.
finally.
Have him line you up.
Finally.
What's your so what do you explain what you want and why Pete wants to do it?
He
for you.
want because
He won't do it.
Because he every time I see him, when someone else cuts his hair, they always make him
I
look.
want to be listening to Daddy Yankee while
Here we go
while
again.
someone passes around
Daddy
a
Yankee.
Daddy Yankee while someone passes around a blunt.
What the fuck is
and
Daddy Yankee?
Sports Center is on
Basically,
or a telenovela.
Sora wants this shop to become a little more diverse.
Yes.
I think is what he's saying.
I've been going to black and Puerto Rican barbershops, and they are so much more fun, Pete. I'm
there
sorry,
you
bro.
go.
He wants some Hennessy in here.
Yes.
He wants.
Hey, I have some honey whiskey and cinnamon whiskey.
oh jeez.
Have you ever been approached to do a like a house call for somebody? Or
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah. It's like, do people have you on like a retainer where they're like, Pete comes by once a week. I
No,
smoke
I
my
don't do
joint
that.
and I listen to music and he cuts me.
That's
He
the
lines
dream.
me up.
That's the dream.
I don't like going any place other than here.
Maybe that's what you need though, Sohrab. Instead of a maid, you need someone just to show up
Show
and
up.
line you up.
Watched, I know exactly what happened. You watched that Instagram.
I
or
saw the
DJ
same fucking
Khaled
game, and
That's
that's
what I'm
Barber
saying.
come to his house.
But that's
and
what it
you're
sounds
what he
insinuating.
wants. That's
But
what he
that's
wants
what
to
it
look
sounds
like.
like you want. It's just interesting
Like
to
an
parallel.
NBA player. Yeah, that'd be nice.
He likes to look like DJ Khaled. He makes fun of him, but he wants to be him.
It's when I look
He wants
my
to
best.
be him.
That's
is what Pete-
not.
I don't want to be him.
You do. Yes,
No.
you do, because you want to look like him.
No, because he has money, and I want to look like I have money. I like that look. That's the only look you get when you're Middle Eastern. We don't get.
That's a good point.
That's
Yeah.
a thing, dude.
It-
We don't
'cause-
get to be sloppy and fun like you do.
but
we have
you
to
are
be,
sloppy.
Yeah, but I get Middle Eastern people
When you're from, like,
judge
the
me all the time.
Middle
for
East
it.
or like India, like being. If you had that look, you look cleaned up, but you're also heavier. That's a status.
That's it.
Because you can afford to eat.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll
Yeah.
start doing both fades on you if that's what you want.
Yeah, but I want the whole.
You gotta get his eyebrows.
But that's the other annoying thing is I know you know how to do that, and I've been asking for it for years, and you're always like, no, I'm going to give you
Because
the
I don't want you to look like DJ Khaled. That's
why
exactly the reason why I
this
don't do it.
That's why this is best because Pete is when someone's like, I've seen people come in here and they're like, "Can you do this short?" He goes, "No."
Yeah, he will say no. I tell people that. I tell people that when I recommend. Like, I recommend a lot of people to you.
Yes.
And I'm always like, oh well.
He has a way.
He has a way.
He'll do what he wants.
He knows more about your hair than you do, and
Yeah.
it's not as fun as it
Yes,
sounds.
and that's why people come to me.
I know.
It's a little bit like a therapist. You go there and they tell you what you don't want to hear. Because he looked at this guy, he's like, "Your head is too small for this haircut," and just
You have a
insulted
small
him.
head.
Yeah.
You have a small head. Your head looks like a
Yeah.
blueberry.
He goes, it was so funny. He goes, "You think your wife likes this?"
Oh, what? Why did you do? You made him a cuck. You made him a punk
And the
bitch.
guy was like, I don't know. It was just so he
Why would
cursed
you
him.
say that to a customer?
Because this is the
What
problem.
the he
is-
treats his employees? You think he gives a fuck about the customers?
because people, they think they know it because they see shit on the internet.
They see DJ Khaled.
They see people on
That
the
is
internet.
every time I want a DJ Khaled haircut,
get
I
reminded.
have just seen him on the internet.
But that's the thing. Like I said, people want these haircuts that, number one, their hair doesn't do, or it's going to take way more maintenance for them to do.
good
And
point.
and I'm like, dude, you're not. I'm like, do you put product in your hair? No. Then why the fuck do you want this haircut?
You can't.
That's a fair
It's
point.
not going to
this
look like
haircut's
this.
not going to look
Did
like
you get
this
a lot
unless
of
you-
dumb when Peaky Blinders got popular?
Oh my
yeah. Did you get a lot
God.
of dumb Peaky Blinder haircuts?
And I very begrudgingly did quite a few, but then came a time like
Should
I'm
we
done.
explain to the listener what a peaky hair blinder
We'll put the
It's not
image
even.
up.
It's the same thing as the Brad Pitt movie. That stupid undercut.
Yeah,
Fight Club?
undercut is the word.
It's an undercut,
but it's like a severe, like high up,
and it
undercut.
grows out like shit.
It does grow out bad.
You
Yeah.
gotta get to
because-
once a week.
I got
Because
one
you're
once,
cutting
yeah.
up over the
Yeah.
perimeter of the hair, so the hair is going to grow straight out of your
Yeah.
fucking head, and you look like a fucking idiot. And you got to get it done every 2 weeks, and then people bitch about the price of a haircut. It's so expensive, but you want to get a haircut that you need to get done every fucking 2 weeks.
But do you see? I think the fun of a $20 haircut that you have to get 3 times a month is like also that costs the same as getting like one of your
a normal
really nice-
haircut.
Yeah.
A normal haircut.
But then it looks crisper. I don't know. It's different. It's hard to explain why.
You're saying it looks sharper because you do it more often.
I used to go and get bald fades and getting lined up
Yeah.
back in the day.
Me too.
And
Yeah,
I
same.
did. I always felt very good after getting it done.
I think also black barbershops, they know our kind of hair.
Yeah. That's why that you had
I
it
see
done.
Indian dudes at black barbershops all the
It's
time.
a thicker, but it's also I think they know what looks good on us.
Yes.
In the same way that you do.
Yeah.
Puerto
True,
Ricans, black, they look good with that lined
Yeah.
up.
Or
It
even
looks-
I've been going to a Mexican barbershop
Yeah,
once
yeah.
in a while in the city. Those are good too.
Yeah. Do they do Daddy Yankee in there?
No, that's just dude. That's all like if the good Mexican barbershop I go to, they play a lot of like the folk music.
Oh, the actual.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like the ones where they're singing songs about
Being in love.
yeah, it's a lot of love and like
Morrissey type
Yeah.
stuff.
Dude, have we talked about this on the
Yeah.
podcast?
I don't know if we talked about it, but Mexicans obsessed with
This is one of the wild.
Morrissey.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mexico loves
because he's a
new
crooner.
wave.
Because he's
The
a crooner.
That's such
He's
a
the
good
crooner.
point.
He's a crooner.
That's such a good point.
That sounds like a word we can't say.
Crooner.
I mean, I don't think so.
Crooner means like Sinatra was a crooner.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Bobby
yeah.
Darin,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very specific.
Yeah, but it
voice.
also sounds like a slur
It
if you
does
say
sound
it
like
in
a
the right
slur.
tone.
Yeah.
What are you, a fucking crooner
Crooner, yeah,
over
yeah,
there?
that's not great.
It's not great. It
see,
sounds
see.
aggressive.
Yeah.
That's okay. So yeah, but I just love. That's why this barbershop it is specific, and that's why I think it is an environment in here.
Come out here right now.
What are you, a fucking crooner?
Yeah.
Come out here right now.
Shut up.
Come on, please.
You're an idiot.
Please.
I hate you.
I got one of those short. I got one of
I'll
those.
get you later this week.
It's so. But come on, just come out here right now.
Fuck off.
It's also you got a big head. It's not gonna take like 5
I
minutes.
don't
It's
have
gonna
a big head.
you do
I
have
mean,
a
it's
very
big
large
head.
head.
Do I have a big head?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're on
What
the,
if-
you're
what
on
if
the
you guys
biggest
just-
headphone extension part.
What if
He has to wear two headphones.
What if you will do some massaging of his scalp with the
Oh, with the
With the
Yeah.
broom? The
Yeah,
broom?
not with the
I'll take the broom and rub it over your head.
No, don't rub the broom on my
nah,
head.
give him a little shampoo.
How about just a beard trim? So I don't look like a wizard.
I'll do it when we're done.
Oh,
Yeah.
we don't have
Before
to
you
do
go.
that. I'll make it I'll come in Wednesday. I'm free all week. I was just joking around.
Okay.
I'll come in on Wednesday like a real customer.
I mean, I don't know if I get you on Wednesday, but we'll try.
Okay.
I'm booked.
He's got a
I'm busy.
booked and
Fuck.
blessed.
I'm booked and blessed. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Tyler, you met Bill Murray.
Yeah.
I did. I got to meet Bill Murray.
What was the
Bill
context?
motherfucking Murray.
There was no context. I walked outside of a McDonald's in Wrigleyville, and there was an old man stumbling down the street.
He was
and I focused-
stumbling?
dude. I
By
cannot
himself?
stress it by himself. Nobody with him. Cannot stress it enough. Just walking down the street, and I let him walk out of my vision, and I was like, "That's not Bill Murray." And I looked to the right. I started to walk in the opposite direction. Then I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. I guarantee that's Bill fucking Murray." So I turned around and I like ran up beside him, and I was walking, and I just looked to the right, and I was like, "That's Bill fucking Murray." Okay, calm down.
Is that
And
what
then-
you said to him?
No,
Oh.
I did not. I did not. I wish
He
I
would-
was
he
that.
would- yeah.
No. I was just, I did kind of, I had to address it. You have to address it.
Sure.
I was walking next to him like a disciple. I was just walking down. It's Bill Murray outside of Wrigley Field. That's like
That's the
iconic.
most.
That's big,
Sure.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just Chicago's. a
Yeah,
gift.
I came to Chicago
You're
to
eating
go to
Italian beef.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just slobbing it out.
Yeah.
Fucking, I came to Chicago to go to IO originally, and that's when it was a block south of Wrigley Field before
What's
they
IO?
switched. It's a
Improv
improv
Olympics.
Olympic. It's
I wish I didn't know what IO
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
you knew it
Wouldn't that be
quick.
great?
You
Wouldn't
knew
that
I
be
it
great
know
to
what
live
it
in a
is,
world
but I don't know
where-
that. I didn't know you use the term.
But it's not there anymore. So now I'm walking around Wrigley Field with Bill Murray, the guy who's like, you know, the person you think about when you're going to do an improv thing is like
Sure.
that generation of
That class.
that
Yeah.
class, if you will, and everything that came with it. But yeah, now he's just an old man, 72, stumbling down the
Did
street.
you have any conversation with him?
Yes, for a grip. Like he was just walking around. He had no one with him.
Talking like him now.
There was one point where he's like, "Hey, just act like my grandkid and like let me see something on your phone." And I did that, and he did that as a diversion so people didn't like see his own face.
Wow.
I was just being very calm and like very polite, but I was like, I literally started by saying, "Hey man, I know who you are," and I just kept walking
That's how you
alongside.
started it?
I started by going, "I know who you are," and he
What
was
did he
like,
say?
he goes, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You gonna be okay with it?" And I was like, "I'm gonna be calm and cool."
Dude, that's kind of a. But he just wanted some peace.
Yeah.
No. He was like,
No, I
"Are
don't
you
think
gonna
you
freak
did-
the fuck out?"
Well,
or
that's
anything.
what I mean. I don't think you did anything wrong.
I don't give a
but
fuck,
I think,
but that's okay. But I don't give a fuck because when you're Bill Murray and you want some peace, go walk around the bases. Like
Yeah.
you're Bill fucking Murray. You're outside of Wrigley Field before a Cubs game.
I think I
but he
would've
wasn't
done-
even dressed like a fucking Cubs fan or anything. Like he
just
wasn't there for the game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. He was probably just meeting somebody for lunch or some shit. But yeah, we were just
How did the
walking-
interaction end? How'd
very
you-
calm, very peaceful. Like no, I wasn't.
Did
I
you
didn't-
bow to him?
Oh
Were
no,
you like,
I
"Oh,
didn't
Bill
stop.
Murray"?
he was
I just-
hoping he would. His worst nightmare would have been if you were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, exactly,
I
exactly.
I mean,
mean,
to
Do
ask-
people really
Exactly.
act like
And
that
for
to people?
everyone,
Yeah.
oh, totally. But for everyone on that block, like I said, we walked for maybe 6 or 7 minutes, hanging out, like bullshitting. He was a very nice guy. I got to ask him some questions. It was cool, but the fact that I wasn't like, holy shit, Bill fucking Murray.
Bill motherfucking Murray.
Bill
Did you
motherfucking-
kiss Taz? Did you kiss Taz on the set of Space Jam? Anyways, fucking like
That's
I didn't
what you're
do
gonna
any
ask
of
him.
that.
Not what did you whisper at the
I
end
asked
of
him what his
Lost in
favorite dude.
Translation?
I asked him what his favorite house party he went to was.
What
And
did he
said
say?
there was a party at Cher's, and then he just smiled and kept walking.
That's fun. That's a fun question.
He just
to
said there
ask.
was a party at Cher's.
I
have video proof of all this shit, and I
You
was very
asked
cool.
him what his favorite house party he's ever been to was?
Because
That's a
notoriously,
solid-
he's known for going
Showing
to
up.
house parties randomly and like just being like, or like a party at a wedding or what the fuck
Yeah.
ever, and just showing up. What was your favorite
What did he
time
say?
doing it? He said there was a party at Cher's. He fucking just looked up and like smiled and just like kept walking. That's it. He said there was a party at Cher's.
Damn.
Damn,
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's very cool.
That's really
I mean,
cool.
it was very, very fun, like meeting him. And I had to ask at the end. I was like, "Man, you know, I got to ask for that picture. No one's gonna believe it. I fucking talk a lot of shit, man. No one's gonna believe this." And he was like, "Can we do it quick?" And I was like, "Yep." And I go, "Hey, it's already going. You ready?" And he's like, "Here we go." And he goes, "Hurry up before those people see, because I don't want them to see like you're taking
Yeah.
a photo, right?" So I was like, "All right, cool." And I was just kind of acting like I was showing him directions, and I was like, "All right." But I got it all on video, and like I got like a moment of Bill Murray
That's
kind of
really cool.
smiling.
He lucked
If you-
out. He literally
but,
got
like,
he literally got the calmest.
The best
dude.
fan.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've met a lot of cool people in the last couple of years, and that was one where it was an accident, and it was like I could have just. Dude,
That's what's good for you two. You didn't freak out even though you weren't
Not at
expecting
all.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see this
Not
photo,
at
you
all.
can follow
Yeah,
Tyler.
we'll
Yeah.
post it.
at,
Fuck it. We'll
post
put it
it.
on this. I'll share with you.
Yeah,
guys.
please.
Follow
we got
Tyler
I
on
got
You
some-
Instagram.
actually should give it just so we can cut it
I
in.
will.
It'd
Yeah,
be nice
yeah.
to cut it
We'll
in.
put it
Yeah.
here. Boop. But yeah. So, anyways, fucking yeah. It was very
What
cool.
celebrity
Ran into Bill Murray.
would you not be able to contain yourself at if you met?
Nobody.
Tim Allen.
really?
You like Tim Allen, or you
Yeah.
want to beat up Tim Allen?
Tim Allen, I'm talking to him about stuff right away. I'm gonna be like, "Oh shit, it's Tim Allen." I'm gonna go up to him and be like, "Tim, what's up, bro? I've been trying to talk to you for years."
And he's like, "Aren't you pretty left? Get the fuck out of here."
We're not talking politics. We're talking about the fact.
But that's what he would say to you.
don't
Probably.
He'd probably ask you for blow.
I my dream to do cocaine.
Do you want
With
to?
Tim Allen.
You want to get him off
That's
the
like
wagon?
smoking weed with Jesus. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Or Snoop,
Or Snoop Dogg. But
would be fun.
I would immediately be like,
or
Mr.
Willie.
Tim Allen, I went to Western Michigan University. You went to Western Michigan University.
Oh.
We used to do cocaine off a framed picture of you.
By the way, wait. Let me. This
That's
is
pretty
so.
great.
Sohrab told the story. We're filming the special for OnlyFans TV. They're doing footage before the show of us like talking, kind of green room chat.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me have any fun.
So they're like serious questions about comedy, like your inspiration, whatever. In the middle of the interview, it's me, Sohrab, and a couple other comedians. Sohrab just goes, "You know, I used to do cocaine off a frame picture." Tim Allen, just out of like no one asked.
There was context.
No, there was absolutely no. And I'm like, and the producer kind of like you could see them behind the camera,
He's
like,
like,
yeah, we're
switching dials. He's like, "What the hell's going on over here?"
and then he goes, and we all just look at him. Like, can I be able to use any of this? And it was just so funny. And I was
They
like,
can
what?
use it.
Yeah.
We're trying to live and think it was boring.
So
as
that's
hell.
pretty funny.
They asked us really stupid questions.
Yeah,
Vic.
I agree, but that was just so. I
It
mean,
was boring. How are you gonna get? You mean to tell me?
No,
You're gonna
Sohrab, that's the kind of shit. When I hear that, makes me love you. When you just go out of left field
Yeah,
like that.
so left
like
field.
that's the kind of stuff that I love about you. That you
He's
can do
also
that.
so ADD. There was a guy, again, we're filming, we're rolling camera. There's a man walking with a motorcycle helmet in the like 20 feet away. He goes, "Hey, what kind of bike you got?" I'm like, "We're on fucking camera. Like we're in the middle of the interview."
I love it. That's great though.
I had been
think
drinking. I had been drinking a
Yeah,
little bit.
also, he's just getting hammered before this video.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
it
I
was
do.
fun.
I do love it. I mean, I
give you that.
That's why I love you. You're-
I don't. These things were. It was
No,
boring.
and you know what? You spiced it up,
You
and
can't.
that's
It's
awesome.
not even spicing it up. You can't give someone nervous energy and then just be like, okay, good luck, and then
Yeah.
put a camera on me.
4 cameras on us.
Four
Yeah, it's a
four
lot.
high quality cameras, and then ask me,
And then he did a 20-minute conversation with the guy. He's like, "What kind of rig you got?"
what kind of rig you got? What kind of rig is that? And then they were like, we're gonna do like these SNL style intros where
I hated mine.
What was
you-
yours?
I did like a. I was.
Oh, you're gonna hate mine.
You're doing the bar thing?
I went across the street to the restaurant, the bar restaurant across the street, and I was like, "Can I pretend to be cooking food?" And then they're gonna call, and then they're gonna tell me that I'm up,
And then you have to
and
run
then I
in.
have to run across the street to do the show.
Well, did you run or you just they're gonna cut that part?
Shut up. But
He wasn't running anywhere.
But the producer was
Out of your
like,
10-minute special, 4 minutes is you getting to the venue. They cut to it. You're in a different outfit. They have to use
I'm
it
on an
to.
Uber scooter. I'm on a Lime
It's just
scooter
like
now.
it's just like a different venue. It's like another night. They just cut in a different set.
I'm too tired. Just use the set. No, I was and the director. He was like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "I want to pretend like I'm cooking across the street." He was like, "Whatever." He was so
Yeah,
annoyed.
he was cool though. I liked
That's
him.
funny.
Whatever. What do you want from me? I was nervous. I had a lot of nervous.
It was
energy.
also it was too much for comedians to be like we have that nervous
I
energy.
didn't just say I used to do.
Yes,
those.
you did.
No, I did not.
I will ask for the footage and we will play it on this fucking podcast.
I wouldn't just say it.
Yeah, and it all comes back around when you just said, "I would love to meet Tim Allen." It is a thing. You think about this once a week. I know you do. It's in your mind. You want to meet Tim Allen. You're obsessed with Tim
I
Allen.
just have a conversation ready to go if I meet Tim.
Okay, give us the conversation.
Yeah.
I said it all.
Yeah, he
I
just
went
said-
to Western Michigan. We went to the same
And I
university.
did cocaine off your
I
photo.
used to do cocaine off
And then
a
they're gonna wait and be like,
Let's just say
"You
his,
go now."
his response is like, all right, so now what?
I would
Now
probably
what?
also pepper one of those in. I
Yeah.
would tell him I watched a lot of Home Improvement. I would also be like, "Hey, your stand-up is pretty good."
Yeah.
I don't care what people. It's
I'm trying to
actually
think
not.
who would-
back in the day it was pretty good.
Who like, you're not gonna have that reaction, but who would you want to meet? Maybe. I mean, let's open it
I
that
was
way.
a little. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't starstruck, but I was like, "Oh my god, he's right here in front of me." It was Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
He
a
was
big one.
He was. I'll tell you what.
Was he at Aldi? Where
No, I'll tell you what it was. I was working backstage at Metro, and Foo Fighters were playing.
Yeah.
And he opened up for the Foo Fighters at Metro.
That's
It
wild.
was fucking very bizarre.
Yeah.
And Dice came out and it was really bad. He came out and he's like, "Hey, suck my dick. All right, here's the Foo Fighters." That's what he came out really. And he was very confused why he was even there at the event because I was backstage working. And he's like, "I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here." And all I said to him was, "I really enjoyed watching your first bit on Nothing Goes Right," because that was his premiere stand-up. And I was like, "I really enjoyed this." He's like, "Hey, thanks a lot." And then him and Mancow ran off and
Oh, Man Cow was
Yeah.
with him. Oh, that's
Yeah.
upsetting.
yeah.
I don't like that guy.
I used to fuck with Mancow a lot.
I've heard he's a bad
I
dude.
picked
He's not a
fights
good
with. I used
guy.
to pick fights with him every time I saw him. I tripped him at House of Blues once. He was walking past me, and I put my foot out and tripped him, and he kind of like almost fell to the ground. And he stopped and looked at me, gave me this dirty look.
Why do you have beef with Man Cow?
Because he's a fucking douche.
How do you know him? I would.
I mean, I don't know him. I just
Yeah, it's
he's
comics
just,
know.
He's just a douche.
Yeah, I've
how,
heard
do
he.
you, how do you know him?
Me?
How do you have space in your brain for Man Cow?
So the only reason I know is because I heard he like back in the day when people used to come to Chicago, they'd go on that show.
He
'cause
was.
it
Yeah, he was
big.
huge in Chicago.
Big. So comics would go on and he would fuck with them. Like he would turn their mic down. Like he would try to control it. Like if that makes like what Tyler's doing, but Tyler lets us all talk. But if Tyler just muted Pete just because he didn't like what he was saying, just so he would make you look like an idiot on his show.
Yeah.
So
He's-
from,
he's-
I don't like him on principle of that. Like as comics,
He just and I used
This
to
is an
listen to
asshole.
him a lot.
It's very shock jock.
yeah, shock
Yes.
jock is the.
But he
how
did-
Pete opened the show today.
Well, you know,
Welcome.
being- I was always a Stern fan, but I did listen to Mancow for a while, and there was a time where I used to follow Turd, his little sidekick guy.
That's also,
around.
I mean, the name Mancow is offensive as a Hindu, so don't love it.
How is it offensive?
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I don't know.
It's like, how is that offensive?
You guys love cows.
Yeah. Man,
They're very secret.
that would be. So is he still playing? Is he still on?
I think he's.
Or like it's different.
I think he does a podcast where he's on AM radio. I
AM
don't.
radio.
Yeah, I think he's.
that's the lowest tier.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. He's nothing.
There's not really any big. I mean, I guess Bob and Tom is like the only one that's still. I hear that.
I love
one
those
a lot.
guys. I grew
No,
up
I
with
think
those
the other
guys.
people too. What's the people on?
What's the people?
The not XM on 100.3. There's a.
It's hard. They're all
Dude.
competing with us.
Yeah, that's
tough.
that's tough.
true.
Yeah.
I
we
know.
run it.
No, they're not a podcast. They're on terrestrial radio.
That's so crazy. You tripped this man. You're admitting it on live.
Yeah, I
And
did.
he didn't say shit though.
No, he just gave me this
dirty
look.
look.
And I used to see him sporadically at shows, and I always used to fucking like give him dirty
Is
looks.
he a
and be like,
rockabilly punk rock kind of guy?
I don't know what the fuck he is. He's a douche. He's just.
All right. Well,
There's just certain people-
Guys,
Listen.
another random comedy beef we have on this podcast. Fucking man, I'll square up.
Man, Kyle Muller,
Bitch.
I want you.
Come to the shop.
We
Come to the shop.
We have the most
Come to the
obscure.
shop, you punk bitch.
We have the most random beef on this
It's
podcast.
not even a beef. I'll tell you who I do have a beef with is Steve Harvey. Guy owes me $100.
Steve Harvey owes you $100.
Really? That's not real. This is not real.
Now
He
this
does.
is interesting.
All right,
He
all right.
owes me $100.
Tell us the story. Tell us.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know how I got involved in it.
Does
but,
this
he
involve
has-
a Popeyes on Ashland?
It was-
Like the other story?
No, it was he has his TV show. I was hired to DJ a party that
That was
they
also
were
a reference
staging.
to another thing Pete said about another story,
Yeah.
not because Steve Harvey is like,
Yeah.
I just realized
See,
that.
how do you remember the podcast? You
Well,
remember.
in this situation, it's
Scarred in your, it's
self-preservation.
scarred in your
so I
memory.
was, yeah.
You're trying to avoid the Popeyes on Ashland.
I think that was more racist that you even had to come out and say that. I didn't think about that.
Well, good. I wanted to. We'll cut it out.
No. That's we'll play in the part. It's not racist. It is now in hindsight. It is a little racist, but
now that you bring it up,
Okay,
yes,
so
it is.
you and
Yeah,
Steve
yeah.
Harvey, you were on the
No,
show.
so I wasn't on the show. So they were. Well, I was on the show, but so they had the you know, he was a talk show host or not.
Yes.
Talk. So the premise was girls that find their boyfriends too boring or some shit like
Sure.
that. So that was the premise. So they staged this house party somewhere. I think it was in Wicker Park, and then they hired me to DJ the event. To DJ this
Staged event.
Staged
oh wow,
house
that's
party.
cool. That's interesting already.
So I was DJing that, and they told me they paid me $100. I was like, okay. And then after the event, I was like, "Can I have my check?" And they're like, "Well, you need to fill out all this paperwork and this and that." I'm like,
it's $100.
"It's $100 fucking dollars."
I'm not
Give me
going through a
fucking bread."
W-9.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted me to sign. I'm like, I'm not gonna. It's a fucking $100, and now you're gonna tax me. So now I'm not even gonna make $100 on this.
he doesn't
fucking
owe
gig?
you $100. You just didn't fill out paperwork.
Yes, he owes me $100.
He doesn't owe Pete. What are you? You just didn't fill out. You fucking hobo. It's not because he
Pete's like,
owes
I'm not
you.
getting out my social, man.
Yeah, man. I painted your fence. I want some of that pie.
I'm telling you, he owes me.
Was he
$100.
actually there?
No, he
Okay.
wasn't. No,
He's not going to just give you $100. You got to fill out the paperwork.
they didn't tell me that before I said. If I was told that, I wouldn't have fucking done the gig.
This is insane. He does not owe you any money.
He owes me. Well, his production company owes. He doesn't personally owe me $100.
They're not going to just.
So camera
They don't
one,
have petty cash.
tell Steve Harvey, tell him how you feel and what you
Steve
want to
Harvey
say.
knows I've made public announcements about this before. Steve Harvey, production company, please pay Zell me at 847-345.
Don't give out yourself. Don't give out yourself.
That's my shop number.
Okay.
You can Zell that number, the $100 that you owe me.
No, 110 interest, bitch.
No, I don't
Yeah.
even need interest. I just don't want to
Inflation.
pay taxes on
Yeah.
this money that is meaningless.
That's not how stuff works. You got to fill out the paperwork.
Then I want I want you to pay my taxes.
That's not how
my
stuff
tax
works.
bill. I want you to pay my tax bill. So
This
give me
is one of the
110.
craziest things I've ever heard in my
Pete,
life.
Pete gets hired. He's like, man, I don't like how they're trying to pay me though.
I
Nah,
didn't like how they're
I
trying to
like
pay
trying to give me money in a way I wasn't comfortable
Yeah,
with.
they were trying to pay me in a way that was legitimate.
You're
I
like,
don't
act like
that
you
at all.
trying to give you Bitcoin or something.
Don't like it. You can sell me. Steve Harvey's production company, please sell me $110.
Oh, that's very
He's
funny.
not going. You owe him money probably in this
him.
situation.
Yeah, he probably.
fuck him.
Yeah,
right, guys.
They probably had to
5
cover
minutes.
your shit because they probably put you down as an independent contractor,
you down
and then
on
on
it.
taxes.
I wasn't even it wasn't even a business thing. I was just like, he's like, yeah.
Could you imagine us doing a comedy club and then being like, hey, we're going to pay you, but first you have to fill out a W-9? And we were like, what?
Yeah, excuse me.
Do you guys have to fill that out every
Yes,
time?
all the time. That's why my mind is blown. That I've had to fill out W-9s for $50.
$50. Yeah. There's no. I thought there used to be maybe like 5 years ago there was like amount that it was less than. It
but
didn't
not
really
anymore.
matter.
Something changed.
Something when they changed the Venmo thing. Now they're just like, dude, you got to put everything down.
Yeah.
So they're all trying to cover.
I have a signed W-9
same.
for every year ready to go.
Just ready.
For every new year, I make a new one just so I can just send it out. 'Cause I'm sick of just filling it
in
out
advance. Yeah, and half the time if you don't have it ready, then it'll delay your check.
Oh, yeah.
So it's better to just.
Oh, that's the worst when you send him your W-9 on a Friday and you're like, I'm not going to get fucking paid until next Wednesday.
Okay, well, there you go. There you have it. Thank you for informing me and informing our public about this.
Yeah, I think
You should know this. You own a business. You own a small business.
I do, but I don't get paid in cash. I'm a cash business too.
I feel like the Johnny and Kristen are just getting paid in Venmo. There's no tracking of anything.
Paid circus peanuts.
Yeah.
All right.
They're getting paid in bonds.
You're getting paid in hair. Here's your bag of hair for this month.
You go turn that into the local place and get your.
You get. Every year they're just driving around looking for the hair place.
All right. Thank you
keep
guys.
saying there's a place for hair. Are you mad at us now?
No, I don't care.
Oh my god.
Let's wrap up this
All right,
episode.
let's wrap
Thanks,
it up.
guys.
Thanks for listening.
Hey,
everybody.
we'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, follow me. Follow Sohrab, Vic, Pete, Tyler.
Follow me on Instagram, Donald Trump Jr. at Instagram.com.
Follow So Fresh, So Fat.
Do not follow Mancow or Steve Harvey. We'll
Yes. Oh,
Steve Harvey
Jesus.
didn't do anything wrong.
know. I don't know. I like
Okay.
the beef though. It's
And
fun.
cut.